Hey guys, welcome to Princess Ninja and Keto. This video here is not a daily vlog. It is basically a week worth of meals. And while I don't have a meal for every time because I eat a lot of the same foods, I want to do this with a disclaimer. First of all, thank you very much to the subscriber. You know who you are, and as requested, I'm not going to mention your name. But I was given and blessed a donation to the channel, and she goes, I would just like you to do a video of all the foods you eat through a week. She's interested in trying the carnivore or getting as low carb as she can to see if she can get the scale moving. And she's having a little problems like myself with treats and sneaking carbs in and snacking between meals. And for me personally, going super low carb has been the answer to a lot of my eating behaviors. It's been the answer to keeping myself on track. So I'm hoping you enjoy this video. But the big disclaimer is you do not have to eat the same foods that I'm eating. If your budget looks different than mine, if your family dynamic looks different than mine, if you don't have the availability of the foods that I'm eating, there are so many different things. I'm also an excellent cook, so maybe you might be intimidated by some of the foods, even though I think I keep it pretty simple. I've been cooking my whole life and I actually enjoy cooking. So something that appears easy to me or common knowledge may not be so easy for you. So as promised, not so much of the daily vlog stuff. I want to thank you so much for your generous contribution to this channel. And here you go. So this is basically all of my meals for 7 days. I talk a little bit about the carb content and the cost per meal. But again, remember that you can make this work on your budget. You don't have to select the same cuts of meat. Any meat will do. It doesn't have to be grass-fed, grass-finished. Do the best you can with what you have. If you don't have the cooking skills, Wendy's burger patties. Make sure you don't ask for a hamburger and then ask for it bunless. Ask specifically for, can I just get a hamburger patty, right? Because if not, they're going to charge you the cost of that specific sandwich. But a lot of times what I have found is if I just ask for 4 beef patties in a container, I am not charged as much. Anyway, guys, do what works for you in your area. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. I'll be back to say goodbye.
Alrighty, guys, this is going to be the first of many meals I show you over 4 days. This is meal ideas
super low
for
carb
staying
and mentioning
super low carb and counting total carbs.
I hope you enjoy watching this video
Let's
as much
start
as
this
I
out.
enjoyed
I have
eating
some U.S.
the food.
Wellness ham. It's uncured ham. It's fully smoked. It has 0 sugar. There are no carbs in this. I have U.S. Wellness Meats Kielbasa from their no sugar added heritage line. This also has 0 carbohydrates in it. There could be a trace because there's a lot of flavor in here, so seasoning. And then, of course, you know, eggs have 0.7 carbohydrates per egg. So I have 1.4 here. So even if we factored in seasoning, I'm looking at a breakfast for less than 2 carbs. And that is the first meal. All right, guys, this is my second meal of the day. This is meal number 2. Now, you notice I'm keeping everything super simple. I have this protein-sparing bread, literally just came out of the oven. See, it's steaming. I have 3 pieces of this protein-sparing bread. 3 pieces has right around a half a carbohydrate. I have some real melted butter there to dip it in. That's 0 carbohydrates. I have 1 whole dill pickle, which is 1 carbohydrate. I have my homemade brisket jerky that I made that is 0 carbohydrates. I have here 1 slice of tomato, less than an inch thick, so that's about 1 carbohydrate. There are no carbohydrates in the mayonnaise, and then I have 3 ounces of clean liverwurst with no sugar. This whole entire plate here is less than 3 carbs. All right, guys, as you can tell, I'm in my car. I'm on the run, and this is Publix hot and spicy non-breaded chicken wings. Now, they have about 20 wings in here for right around $12. And so you're looking at $6 a meal if you were to eat 10 wings. But anyway, I'm on the run today. I'm in a hurry. I'm not home. So this was the best thing I could do. And I'll be testing it with my continuous glucose monitor to see if this could be a lazy day option for me. I have a beautiful medium rare ribeye steak with 3 tablespoons of diced butter, and that will be a meal for me today, coming in at under 1 carbohydrate. All right, guys, just a small spot to show you keto does not have to be hard. Carnivore does not have to be hard, right? They do, you're going to pay a little bit more, but they do make convenience style foods. So let's talk a little bit about my main protein and fat sources for this meal. I have these fully cooked U.S. Wellness Meats meatballs. The ingredients are super clean. There is just salt, garlic, onion, black pepper, oregano, and turmeric. This is 13 ounces. And I have some in a pan here that I only need to heat because it is already fully cooked. I have just about 1 ounce of the liverwurst left, and this is 2 thick slices of protein-sparing bread that I made a couple of days ago. I am going to put it in a pan with butter and use my bacon press so that I get toast. And I'll show you the meal when it's finished. Guys, so as I've mentioned before in other videos, I am sensitive to cow's milk cheese. So I have this goat's and sheep's milk cheese, and then there's a combination of goat, cow, and sheep in this one. What I've done is I've taken a small piece from each slice, 1 slice each. That is 1 serving size. It's 1 ounce. I've broke it up over my bread. So what I'm going to do is take it off the heat now that it's been nice and golden brown toasted, kind of like a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm going to cover this up. This just adds 50 cents to the cost of my meal, and I will show you when it's plated. All right, guys, look at that beautiful first meal of the day. Now, this is one of my more expensive meals. I usually try to keep myself fed for less than $6 a meal. But I'm going to have a busy day today, so I'm only planning 2 meals for my whole entire day. This has got to tie me over until dinner time. All right, guys, remember those wings I bought yesterday? I'm putting them to use. So it's looking like I'm going to get 3 servings out of that $13 box of wings, which brings the cost of these to right around $4.25 each. I have a couple tablespoons of butter and some Tabasco sauce, which is going to give me a carb. So the wings are 1 carb for 3 of them. So I have about 2.5 carbs here, and then I have a carb in here because of the Tabasco. So we're still looking at a full meal for less than $5 and less than 5 carbs. Here is one of my favorite meals, and you will probably see this repeatedly throughout this video. Please remember that your budget is your budget, my budget is my budget. You do not have to eat what I'm eating. You can choose a different cut of steak, but for the purpose of this video, here is a 10 ounce ribeye. All right, guys, this is a quick and easy meal. I made my protein-sparing bread, melted down 2 tablespoons of butter to dip it in. I have 2 ounces of beef liverwurst and a pickle. Here's another quick, easy, and inexpensive meal idea. I just had some leftover hamburger and made some little mini meatballs, and I am cooking 3 of my hot dogs from U.S. Wellness Meats. These are uncured with no sugar added, 2 tablespoons of mustard, and that wraps up another day with less than 10 carbs. All right, guys, another great meal. Once again, these are the little mini liverwurst sandwiches that I make on my protein-sparing bread. 2 poached eggs, 1 dill pickle. I have 2 tablespoons of melted butter, some Crazy Cups coffee, and some of my homemade brisket jerky. How about this fast and easy breakfast of 5 eggs over medium with some Redmond's real seasoned salt and a tablespoon of butter. This meal comes in at less than $5 and less than 4 carbs. All right, guys, another breakfast with a 3-egg omelet loaded with ham, sausage, and bacon, and an additional side of bacon. I also opted for some heavy cream in a cup of black coffee. Here's one more vacation meal for you where I enjoyed this beautiful 12-ounce ribeye steak, and they made me some fresh garlic butter. How about a vacation steak and eggs breakfast with a side of bacon? Here's another meal for under $5 and under 5 carbs. I have some hamburger patties, 2 ounces of Braunschweiger, some yellow mustard, and 4 small gherkin pickles. All right, guys, and this was my Thanksgiving dinner. So this one is a little higher carb. I'm going to say around 12 carbs. I have 6 ounces of dark and white turkey meat that has been deep fried. I added 1 tablespoon of butter. I have some fresh green beans, assorted salami and pepperoni, assorted olives, 2 pickles, and some Colby Jack cheese. All right, guys, I'm going to break my fast. Now, I'm not on a fasting schedule. This is just, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat till I'm full, but I am staying super strict because I had a weekend of food reintroduction, and I've had some negative consequences of that. So I've got to get my gut back to a really healthy place. So for the next few days, I'm going to be eating super clean, super simple, and mostly just protein and fats. This breakfast here is a 10-ounce cup of coffee. I have a half a loaf of protein-sparing bread that is made with just egg whites, egg white protein powder, and that's it. I'm going to dip that because it's high protein, low fat. I'm going to dip that in 2 tablespoons of butter. And then, of course, I have 4 ounces of U.S. Wellness sugar-free Braunschweiger, which is just beef organ meats. All right, guys, today has been a super active day. I'm really hungry. It's been a 2-meal day, so this will be my last meal for the day. This meal comes in at 2.1 carbs, giving me 3.1 carbs for the entire day. I have this gorgeous ribeye that I finished in burnt butter, and then I have 3 perfectly poached eggs. Here's another inexpensive meal for less than $5. I have 3 poached eggs and 7 ounces of bacon coming in at less than 3 carbohydrates. Depending on how you like your hamburger cooked, I prefer medium rare. I have this 1-pound burger. Literally, this is a 1-pound package of hamburger that I bought at Sam's, making this another delicious 0 carbohydrate dinner for less than $5 and 0 carbs. It's a win-win. All right, guys, I'm a little zoomed out. Sorry about all this negative space, but I'm going to fill it up here in just a minute with my Carb Manager macros. I have entered in every single thing I put in this. This is a carnivore bread. It is made with simply egg white protein powder and egg whites. Nothing else. There is nothing else in this bread. I made this what I call hollandaise butter with 2 raw egg yolks and 4 tablespoons of butter. And over here are all the macronutrients for that. This loaf of bread costs me $3 to make. This hollandaise sauce here costs me right around 75 cents, making this another wonderful, super low carb meal for you. Budget friendly, coming in at under $5. All right, guys, this meal is going to seem extremely luxurious because it is a combination of some of my favorite foods, but it is super low carb. Now the price range on this is not going to be as inexpensive as the other meals that I showed you, because this ribeye alone was a little over $9. The package of pork belly was about $6, and this is about a third of the package, so that's 2. And then of course I have 2 of these Mount Olive hot and spicy kosher dills, making this dinner come in at 2 total carbohydrates and right around $12.
All right, so I enjoy eating the same foods. When I find a food that I liked or a meal that I like, I kind of stay with it. And I know that some of you are probably going to be very different, like you need to switch things up. Please know that what you didn't see are other meals that I switch it up with. And that is, I will buy a rotisserie chicken from a store and I will shred it up and eat it that way. I will just eat the chicken thighs. I do air fryer thighs. I do chicken wings. Sometimes I'll do blackened fish or I'll do blackened shrimp. I have some smoked salmon, and from time to time I even do some smoked salmon, and I'll take mayonnaise and some relish and some dill, and I will make salmon and dill sauce. I do tuna fish. I do chicken nuggets. So, I mean, I guess I could have held on to this video for about a month, but honestly, because I'm doing a food elimination, I have to keep things super straightforward and super simple, eating pretty much butter, beef, bacon, eggs with the occasional pork, with the occasional, you know. So I have to keep things pretty tight. So thank you so much again for your donation to the channel. Thank you for your request. And I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, guys, I will see you with my daily vlog today. I'll still be uploading tonight, but this was a video by special request.